Google has embedded an amazing coder which you can use to build anything inside Google AI Studio. You want to go to Google AI Studio, log in with your Google account and click on the tab that says Build. Here you will be able to build applications with the Gemini app. And this is pretty amazing because you can use natively AI products from Google like Veo3, Nano Banana to create applications. There is also a showcase of various other applications that you can see here, created by people. For example, this is an application created by some guy, no idea who it is, that is able to generate images or text and select different elements to build up contextual menus. So that's interesting. Let's see a preview of what you can do. So you add images or text, select the image, and boom, you've got like a video here, which is pretty insane. And you can describe a video here and it's going to be generated. So that's quite interesting. So let's describe a video. A monkey holding a banana, opening it up and eating it. So let's see if this works, and it has an error. So that's interesting. So let's go back, and here we can describe the application we want to create. I'm just going to start simple, and I'm going to do something very interesting. So I'm going to go to my usual prompts, and I'm just going to create a website for teaching transformer page, use the image attached to copy the design of the page. So what we're going to do is we're going to also supply an image, and Gemini is going to use that to copy the design and create like this beautiful website that is going to teach us transformer page. So I'm going to go ahead and search for modern design website. So I'm going to go to images here on Google, and we can find various images. Let's search for landing page maybe, even though this is not the actual use case, but still we could copy a design like this. So I'm going to copy this image, put it here, and run prompt. Let's see if Google AI Studio can replicate and create a very nice website here. We can see the preview. Gemini 2.5 Pro is working for us on the background. This is the Gemini Code Assist running here, and everything runs natively on the browser. We're also going to, try out other applications. I've created, in 10 minutes, an image editing application, which was very nice, and I want to show it to you later on. But yeah, we're seeing it work right now live, and let's see the result. Also, if you've got API credits, you could possibly use even more of these models like Veo3 and Nano Banana for, more time, which is also super nice. But also with the free version, without putting your credit card details or whatever, you can, have a lot of usage and do pretty much amazing things with it. I really love what Google is doing. They offer ample of free requests inside AI Studio, and this is something you want to keep your tabs on. Of course, I understand that for most people, this is not very practical, especially if you have big code bases. But in order to create an MVP, which is a minimum viable product, or create designs, or just simple mockups of what could potentially be a website, or just get a startup code, which you can use then natively on VS Code with Gemini Code Assist and Gemini CLI, that are also super free to use, like for thousands of requests per day. This is a very good and interesting starting point. Let's say you are, for example, on vacation and you want a web experience, maybe you get a tablet. You can, start here, creating something amazing here. And this is a beautiful website. Indeed, it copied the design as we wanted. And this is pretty amazing. Of course, this is very small. And of course, it's outside the scope of, the project. But, I gotta say, it was really able to create a nice design. Here you can also shift the device. So let's go to preview. For example, for some reason it has refused to connect. I think this is an issue with my browser, but let's reload the application. Let's switch to mobile, and here you can see a mobile view, a drop-down menu. That's nice. And we can see also tablet view, which is very useful. You can see your website being created. So that's really interesting. So let's go back to current screen size. I'm going to again say, I'm going to say to it to create a teaching page about transformer models. So it copied the design, but did not populate it with the information I asked it to populate. Probably this is because I put a very bad prompt to the model, but let's see if it's able to edit this website and fill it in with information we request. Hopefully it's not going to rewrite the design and it's just going to embed the information we need. We can also see the thinking prompt here. And what I like is that they actually use the actual servers and everything is happening super fast. Gemini 2.5 Pro is also super powerful, so it's very nice to be able to use it inside this coder. And let's see what this can create. Seems interesting, hopefully it's going to work. But yeah, we will have to wait at this point. But as we can see, AI is becoming better and better every single day. And I think all of the wrappers that are created on top of these models are going to be really dead very, very soon, because they don't offer a lot of added value. And the companies that keeps the models, make huge profits. So if they also hold the wrapper, they could literally eat up the whole market easily. So let's see. The model is really thinking hard. It's going super deep. So let's see the final response. I'm really interested in seeing what this model can spit out, and I really want to see what it's going to be able to do. And of course, as I've told you, stay till the end of the video because we're going to have even more amazing stuff to show you. I mean, the application I created in the past 7 days, like 1 week ago, was so groundbreaking to me. Like, I prototyped it in just 10 to 12 chat messages, tested it out multiple times, and it was very nice. I really liked it. So okay, we're waiting for the response. Hopefully the model is actually going to be able to give us the response. But I think that one of the most important things that Google has not yet reached is, these agentic models. I firmly expect Gemini 3 to be amazing in terms of using tools and creating even more amazing websites. So yep, it kept the design, and yeah, this page doesn't have like these tabs, so these are not working. But here we can see the building blocks of transformers, the attention mechanism, positional embedding. That's not bad, but I gotta say this is not, the greatest thing. So I'm going to go with one of the suggestions. So I'm going to add transformer layers. I'm going to also, I'm going to copy this. Or maybe I'm not going to copy it, I'm just going to add the suggestion here. Let's see if it's able to edit the code. But already the model was quite able to do changes, and it actually has improved the website. It looks more close to the things we want. Of course, it's not populated enough. It hasn't done a lot of changes, which is a little disappointing. I expect this model to do a lot of a better job. But let's see, we're going to be testing it out thoroughly because I really think, this is something very nice. Instead of having Lovable, instead of having the zero, instead of, having bold, you could have Gemini inside AI Studio and use that. I mean, why not? At the end of the day, this is free, it builds on top of Google, and it's only going to improve from here. So why not go ahead and just use one of the, free models and free, code editors that Google offers you, instead of going for something like Lovable where you have to pay. So yep, it added this, tab here that is, talks a little bit more about the transformer layers. I'm going to go ahead and say add interactive diagrams. I'm just going with the suggestions that the model right now gives me, which are pretty good suggestions, and the model is able to start improving the application. I actually really like it, to be completely honest with you, because I think the model is, is able to accurately understand what we're trying to create. And it starts with a small step instead of going full parabolic, trying to solve everything at once. Maybe that's even better than, trying to one-shot a very heavy website. But let's see. I'm just going to give it time. I'm just going to allow it to do what it has to do. We can also see the code here by clicking code. We can see how it changes all of the files. We can pretty much download them or save them to GitHub or just deploy the application. Like, for real. You can actually deploy the application, which is nice. So here's the preview. The website is, is getting updated right now, I guess. You can also toggle full screen here to see it in full screen. Close it down. And let's see. So yep, it improved a lot of things. I really like these interactive explanations, which is interesting. Of course, they're not super accurate or super amazing, but the website looks a lot better right now. This is very beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and click add examples. So enhance the layer section by adding a subsection for transformer use cases. Okay, I think that's interesting. Let's go ahead and try this. Let's see how this website can actually be changed just by following the suggestions of Gemini Pro. Again, I don't do anything. I'm allowing the model to think how to improve the website, change the code, and have everything ready for me. I do nothing. Also, if you want to access your applications that you create here, you want to click the Save Application button. That's super important. Don't forget it. So yeah, just make sure to always save the application. If for some reason you want to copy something from one application to another, you can also click the Copy Application button and move on into a different project. Let's say you have created a web page or an application you like, and you want to create a similar application with another topic. You can copy this application, open up a new chat interface, and just say, okay, this is a web page for that, replace everything with the topic X. And, this model will be able to do that. So let's see what it's actually able to do with a suggestion right now. This is going to be the final suggestion for this use case because I really don't want to waste any more time with this specific use case, but we can see here transformer use cases. Pretty nice, really love this. Let's shift to tablet view and yep, it works nicely. Let's shift to mobile view and we can see everything is very, very nice. This is pretty amazing. For a landing page, a simple website, this is all you need. I'm going to try and click the deploy button and you will have to specify a Google Cloud project, so this is easily accessible. Right now, I'm not going to do that, but there is also this deployment button, save to GitHub. That's nice. I'm saving the application and moving on to showing you what I have created in the past, which I really love. So here on the tab, your applications, you will be able to see the applications you've created. So this is the application I created 6 days ago. Let me show you what I have created. Hopefully it will still work for the use case, but this is a very nice coding experience. Pretty much love it. So this is where you can generate images. So let's say monkey holding banana, click generate, and this page should allow us to create an image that is a monkey holding a banana, and it's going to use Nano Banana image generator. If I remember correctly on the backend, I have specified Nano Banana. Also here, you can remix this image. So make an image of a monkey holding a banana, only one monkey in the center of the image. So this is a nice utility because you can edit the image using a prompt. This is something I love. You can also add a face, a character to the image. And yep, it did correctly. You can also shift between images, which is the edit history. In this case, I'm just going to go with an upscale. So this is going to upscale the image. And here there is clear opacity of what the prompt that will be used. Also, I've done it for all of the other products. So let's upscale this image. It only upscales the image that is selected on the edit history. So pretty much to do this in just 10 minutes, completely for free using AI Studio is amazing. And we can see here the difference in quality. So that's interesting. Maybe I have to zoom in at this point, but yeah, it actually shifted the page, made everything a little bit more transparent, more clarity. So let's say that we want to do some changes. For example, add image export options. That's interesting. And this is a suggestion from the code assistant. So let's go ahead and try this. I cannot use Gemini 2.5 Pro for some reason. Maybe retry, maybe, Gemini 2.5 Pro, I think we got 5 free queries or something. So potentially there is an issue with that. Hopefully, if that happens, the builder here will be able to shift over to the Gemini 2.5, which is quite capable, to be completely honest with you. And you can see all of the thinking patterns again here, but you can see that how lovely this is. This is a pretty amazing use case and a very nice workflow. It would also be super amazing if it's able to give us a download or export button for the images. The only bad part is that the state of the application is going to refresh from complete scratch, which is the only downside because we don't have persistent storage created on the application. But this could easily be a SaaS product for people that would like to pay like $1 or $2 per month for multiple generations. So a robot in a cyberpunk city, close-up portrait photo. So let's go and generate that using the image editor. And here we can see export thumbnail, aspect ratio, and format of the image. I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to have to find out. But if it's able to actually also export the images, well, this is an even better result. Like, you got a fully fledged application here. So let's click the download button, and oh my God, it allows you to download the image. And oh my God, let me see if it's able to actually do that. Okay, the aspect ratio is of course not great because Gemini has a very strange aspect ratio, but yeah, we downloaded the image. That's pretty amazing. Save the application as always, and that's very nice, I gotta say, guys. This was very unexpected. Let's see the other aspect ratios, if it's able to do them, and JPEG quality. So yep, it actually allows you to save it in JPEG, which is a lot smaller as a file. And oh my God, I did 1:1 crop. That's very nice. So let's see, what other things can we create here? What other things can we add here? Add an image, add a video generator functionality. Let's try this out. Very strange that, the AI code assist did not, suggest to us some kind of, functionality in this case. But yeah, you can start working your applications every day completely for free inside this module. And I think this is very powerful. This is lovely because you don't have to keep files. You don't need GitHubs. You could just literally use this and, continue moving forward. Also, there are checkpoints. So if you don't like a response, you can go back to the code here. View differences. I mean, they have embedded GitHub essentially inside the application. So it beats also that need for, having a GitHub. At least if you're a vibe coder or a new guy, having to learn GitHub might be a little bit heavy for you. You may want to just try the application and, try to create something nice in a weekend or an evening. And, Google allows you to do it to their best of their abilities by adding checkpoints, which is very nice. And you can also share the application and the project with other people, all inside a single page in AI Studio, all completely for free. Of course, limits apply. I really don't know the limits, to be completely honest with you. So what it's going to do, it's going to add the panel, that is generate video tab. You add text for prompt. It will, change the display area to be able to show videos, but also images. It will also have smart loading. So it will have a load screen with a message. So you are getting updated on the progress. And also the history and controls will be, adapted, and they're going to be disabled for videos. That's nice. This is pretty lovely. And having, AI models being able to do all of these things in a browser in 2025 is pretty amazing. Just imagine having even more functionalities here and having Gemini 3 on the back end running completely for free to create all of these amazing things. Let's go to generate video, and I'm going to, let's say a hologram of a car turning into a transformer robot. Maybe let's try and generate that video. That would be very interesting. So operation is in progress. This can take a few minutes. That's very nice, indeed. And here you can see loads of suggestions, which I really like. Also, if VO3 Fast can be used to generate this video, again, completely for free inside the application, that would be even more amazing. And I also, love how seamless everything is. Everything's working. The model is editing only the things it needs to edit. Maybe it doesn't edit all of the things it should, like, for example, the export creation, remix image. It would be better if these fields were completely hidden. But, I get it. Gemini 2.5 Pro is not the best model out there. It's quite outdated at the point, but the whole infrastructure and all of the usages that you can do with it, having this application easily use Nano Banana and Veo completely for free is absolutely amazing, because you can do so many prototypes, so many things, try out things completely for free. This is beautiful, and boom, this is the video. Oh my God, this is pretty amazing. So if I go to generate video, we can see here, if I try to generate an image of a fast car hologram. So let's say that I try to generate an image, what's going to happen? Is it going to be able to have a history of a movie, let's say video and an image, and work with these two things? That would be interesting. And we can also download the video. Oh my God, we can actually download the video. This is insane. Oh my God. Okay, so this step actually replaced the video. So this is the mistake of This is the mistake of the model, but that's fine. You can ask the model to, keep, the edit history and just add new stuff. But that's fine. I mean, this is very, very interesting. So can I upload an image and generate a video? That would be amazing, but I'm not really sure. Make the robot move while camera zooms out. Can Veo3 generate videos using images? That would be interesting, but I don't think it's capable for that. But yeah, I guess this is another use case in the future. That could be pretty amazing. I gotta say, I'm not sure if it's able to do that. I think it's just going to generate a video. I could check the code, but it doesn't really matter. What we try to do here is how good can this, interface use just our prompts to create amazing stuff with Google products and Google API without us having to touch 0 lines of code, because this is the future. It's going to be 6 months, in a year, maybe for very complex code bases that need a lot of RAG or whatever, maybe it takes 2 years. But guys, it's happening and you can see it live on your screen. The future of software engineering is here and it's obvious. So yeah, failed to generate. It makes sense, but that's completely fine. I'm not going to be stressing about it. It's totally fine. And, this is the application that it was, able to create. So I'm going to hit save and I'm going to go to try one more thing. So I want to create a game, a simple Flappy Bird game. Can this model do that? I really want to see. And you can select the type of, JavaScript language used. So let's see if this model is able to do a simple Flappy Bird game. Of course, it's going to be able to do so. But my question is, can it do it as well as other models? And I really love this screen. This is such a nice UI. This is such a nice user experience. You see the steps the model takes to create the final result. This is very nice. I'm just like a fanboy right now, but I appreciate beauty when I see it. For one-shotting websites, first prompt to create something, this is very nice. This is very beautiful to see. I'm really excited for the future of technology. We'll literally have changed a universe of possibilities and capabilities of what we can do as simple people in our homes. Making websites, making games, making stuff with AI is like gaming. I really believe that people, instead of playing games, they're going to be creating stuff because it has become so easy and so rewarding that everything you have in your mind, you could create in some shape or form. It's like learning to play League of Legends. You learn the strategies, you understand the things, you tap the buttons, you use the correct characters to outplay other places. You may switch characters or playstyles or items, which is AI tools, to reach your final result. But this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. I don't know. I know that you might watch this video and be like, oh my God, this guy is such a fanboy. This is so simple. Who cares? But as a person that likes coding and likes creating stuff, this is very exciting. This is very exciting and very beautiful. It would be super nice if the models, actually showed us the final response after all of these beautiful animations. But okay, it's creating, it's writing the code. That's fine. Hopefully it would have done on the back end, so we still seen all of these nice animations. This is the Flappy Bird game. So yeah, there was some kind of error. The Flappy Bird game is not really working. There are no pipes or anything, which is okay. This is strange. I really expect the game to have some pipes or whatever. So I see no pipes, obstacle. So yeah, maybe you missed something, Gemini. You missed something. You forgot to add obstacles. Okay, so it's trying to debug. Now, I made this video so long and so detailed because a lot of people told me, bro, we need more, we need to see these models edit code. We need to see multiple requests, changing things. We don't want you to just test one-shot prompts. And I completely get it, guys. You are completely right. But, in day-to-day life, because this is not my job, I'm just doing it for fun, I don't usually have time to do everything with every model. But this seems so interesting to me and so lovely that, I'm just going today to allocate more time to showing you whatever you can create with it. I hope that you at least like it and you find this interesting. Let me know down below in the comments. If you're still watching, which I don't expect you to do, just let me know down below in the comments. Okay, so this is the Flappy Bird game, and it has added pipes, and the game is quite hard to play. Okay, so let's say reduce the gravity. The bird is falling way too fast. Add levels of difficulty, improve animations. Okay, so we're going to do 3 things, or let's say the model is going to do actually 3 things. Okay, so the model is ready, and let's see the result. And the game became just a lot better right now, a lot better. Again, it's not super easy, and I'm also a noob, but the game, become pretty much better. So that's very nice to see. Let's go to mobile view, and we can see the mobile view here, and we can see the pipes, and everything looks a lot better. I think the Flappy Bird game looks a little bit like a potato, but don't tell anyone. So the game becomes progressively harder. Well, I wanted difficulty levels, not anything else, but the animation was also improved and everything looks a lot better. So I like it. Tablet view, okay, that's nice. Okay, let's try with a space bar, which it's a bad idea because space bar is shifting this menu open. But yeah, this is the game. Really lovely, really nice. This was Gemini Coder. I hope you like it, and I will see you in the next video.